Hi, I'm Rick Howard. In my job, I get to travel a lot. At least that's what I say at the beginning of our weekly videos. My favorite time of year is Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. This year, Food and Wine Festival runs from September 27th through November 11th. And for the whole month of October, we'll be bringing you a new video each day from one of the festival marketplaces around World Showcase. As our guests, we'll have wine experts, chefs, and great friends, because there's no better way to enjoy Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival than with food, wine, and great friends. Welcome to Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival on Travel with Rick.
Well, hey, and welcome back to Travel with Rick's Epcot International Food and Wine Festival days here. We're having a blast working our way around this World Showcase Promenade. Hey, Tony, welcome
Rick,
back, buddy.
I feel like I never left.
It was almost like we didn't through the magic of editing. It's another day, but we're still here. Imagine that. We're gonna be here all month long, all October long, from October 1st to 31st. And Tony, this festival goes all the way to November 11th. Isn't it amazing?
That's crazy. It's crazy.
I think it's the longest running festival, whether it is or not. We're just calling it that. If you hear it on the internet, it must be true. So
That's
we're
right.
calling it the longest running food and wine festival in the country. This thing is just incredible. 6 weeks, a full 6-week festival. Can you believe that? All the way from September to November. Well,
everything from food to wine to book signings to
beer,
demonstrations to... We have some events coming up in November.
We're looking forward to seeing Chef Robert again. Chef Robert Irvine, good friend of our friends Mark and Chris Bigby. He's going to be here. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to the Kitchen Memories thing. That's where the chefs basically prepare an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. It takes about 2 hours, and they prepare all of this food for the audience and tell stories about how they got started as a chef, their favorite memories growing up in the kitchen, all kinds of cool stuff. Chef Robert always has some great stories. Last year we saw Buddy Valestro do that. That was pretty cool. Saw Kat Cora there. You know, a lot of celebrity chefs are here. Who else are you looking forward to this year?
Well, definitely Robert Irvine again, and then we have the Italian luncheon. The food
at
and wine.
Tutti Gusto, one of the seasonal lunches that they're having in Italy. That's going to be amazing. Party for Senses is a big thing. We did that last year.
We did that last year.
Yeah, that's an amazing time where you can just overindulge in lots of good stuff.
You know, and some of the celebrity chefs actually go to that and serve up the food, and you can meet them at that if you don't.
They absolutely do, and they'll sign stuff and talk about their food and their restaurants and whatever else they're doing. There's also a lot of great wineries there. I mean, I've had wines from Camus there. I've had wines from Kim Crawford there. Have lots of great wines that'll be represented. Different ones, different select Saturday nights all throughout the festival is when you can find that Party for the Senses. They even have La Nuba come out and put a mini Cirque du Soleil show on, right? It's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Well, today, guys, we're here in Florida Local. Now, Florida Local. Well, you're not a country. You're not a Florida local. You're a Jersey guy.
I'm a replanted Florida local.
All right. Well, okay. So I'll follow in that grenade. I'm the Florida local. I was born in Florida, grew up in Florida, spent a little bit of time away from Florida, but spent at least my formative, misspent youth was right here in Florida. So you know, or at least most of it. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. This booth was introduced last year, 2012 was their first showing here, and got a lot of great things. The Florida Winery is represented here. They opened in 1997. This is the only winery from Florida that Epcot allows at the festival. Just a great winery. They feature 37 different varieties of wine, all made from fruit juice. They have grapefruit wine, mango wine, key lime wine, which we're going to be trying today with some ceviche that I'm looking forward to. It's going to be really awesome. I'm told. You know, I try not to have any of the things we're doing on the show before we have them on the show. So this will be the first time this year I'm going to have this ceviche. They had it last year.
We've had this.
We did have the burger, not at the official festival, but at the July preview that we went to for Tables in Wonderland. They were previewing these sliders along with that amazing kimchi dog.
And the watermelon salad, which has disappeared.
Where did the watermelon salad go? Come on, Chef Shans, that was amazing. I know we have watermelon juice up in Terra, but this watermelon salad with arugula and everything, that was awesome.
I actually went home and made that salad the following day.
Get out.
I did.
Was it good?
It was delicious.
You made some of the things from Chef Buddy Valestro. You made some of his dishes, even some of Chef Robert's, right?
Yeah, even Chef Robert's. Yeah, one of the things when you go to those events, you get the they give you the recipes, so you can go home and do them yourself.
And you told me actually that yours came out better than Chef Irvine's, didn't you? You said it was better. Just put it to shame, right?
No.
Kidding, Robert. I am.
Now the veal scallopini that Buddy Balastro is a kind of quick and easy veal scallopini. So.
And from what I understand, it actually wasn't Chef Robert's dish anyway. It was Lee's. So I think Lee kind of does all the cooking.
Yeah.
now I'm really picking a fight. I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding. Yeah. So all right, what are you looking forward to here? Let's try some of this ceviche.
I think the slider should be tasty.
Well, then there you go. Why don't you jump into that? I'm going to try a little bit of this ceviche here. Got some nice big shrimp in there. Oh man, that is so good. Whoa.
It's really good.
On a hot day, that is just amazing. It's so, I want to say fruity. It's not. I mean, it's tomatoey, but it's just the flavors. Yeah. The cilantro and the green pepper and the onion and that shrimp, the lime juice, just, it's awesome. It's awesome. I know it's going to go good with this key lime wine.
That's key lime? And this is the Hurricane.
That's the Hurricane Sangria. Yeah.
See, I love that.
It's awesome, right?
That is very good.
Now, you said before that you didn't really care for sangria.
No,
somebody else is telling me sangria.
Yeah, I do like sangria.
Too many voices going on in my head.
But this is returning. This was on last year's menu.
This sangria was here last year. Yeah, this sangria was here last year. All right, I'm going to try a little of this slider.
Swap you.
Now, our pairing for Florida Local is the ceviche and the key lime wine. That's our featured pairing. As we've been telling you all festival long, that at each marketplace they have one food item and one beverage that the sommeliers, the chefs here are pairing together. So that would be the ceviche and the Florida winery key lime wine.
Let's try the key lime on. That's very good.
I like that.
That's nice and sweet. Not tart.
That sangria is so good.
Yeah.
That is a good sangria.
I could drink a bottle of that.
May have to later. So what do you think about this ceviche?
I think that is very, very tasty.
It's so good.
I think the flavors are fantastic. The shrimp is not overcooked.
No, it's perfect.
It's not like rubbery or gooey.
What do you think of the slider?
I think this thing is awesome. I love this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got a little cheese on it. We got a little caramelized onion there.
Pickle.
We got some pickles.
Yep.
So
what would you call this? Like a brioche type bread?
Yeah.
It's not your normal hamburger bun.
No, it's not your normal, Publix bun there.
Right.
It's a little warm out here.
Yeah, it is a little warm.
All right, I'm gonna try a little bit more of this key lime wine here before we jump into some ratings. And before we do that, maybe you have some Disney by the Numbers stats you want to share with us. In case I didn't mention it, Tony runs a website called DisneyByTheNumbers.com, which is a website that houses, stores, keeps up with all the statistical data for Disney. Tell me a little bit about your website, Tony.
Yeah, so it's a facts-based website. It's all facts about the different aspects of Disney. It's not just the parks, it's the cruise lines, it's the movies, it's the television shows, it's the theatrical productions, it's all of Disney's companies and divisions all under one little website. And we have an iPhone app. We have
that's a great app. I have your app on my phone actually. That's a great app you have there.
It's nice to carry around the parks if you're bored and
totally is. Yeah, it gives you something to do while you're on the bus, while you're in the line. Really good. You have great trivia on there. Great facts and stats on there. So that's really awesome.
Yeah. So Disney releases a whole bunch of facts each year, and we obviously collect them and put them on the website. Okay. You can actually go back. We have every year that we've been doing it, like the last 5 years of Food and Wine, Flower and Garden. It's all under Epcot's shows, which you can find on the website. So, like this year, let's start with something like this: 360,000 beer servings, which is enough to fill the aquarium 5 times at the Rainforest Cafe.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's a lot of beer.
That's a lot of beer.
That's a serious amount of beer.
300,000. Oh, that's wine service.
360,000
beer servings. So more beer than wine. That's interesting, by about 60,000.
Right.
So there's actually more beer served at the Food and Wine Festival than wine.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So that brings us to our next stat, I guess. I've already kind of let out. There's 300,000 wine servings, right?
Right. And if laid end to end, the number of wine glasses would reach from Walt Disney World Resort in Lake Buena Vista to the Disney Cruise Line Terminal in Port Canaveral.
So, and then I could just kind of walk my way to Port Canaveral having a wine glass as we go. That'd be a way to start your Disney cruise right there, folks. That'd be awesome. That's a good tip for you right there. And by the way, that brings us to a good point. Travel with Rick is brought to us by a generous grant from
Kingdom Magic Vacation.
That's right. And so if you're looking for a Disney Cruise Line vacation or a Walt Disney World Vacation Adventure by Disney, Disneyland, or any vacation anywhere else, of course, check out our good friends and my company, Kingdom Magic Vacations. They'll be glad to help you with that.
Yep.
So what else are we looking at here?
Yeah, so there'll be 1.5 million servings of food.
In
They call
6
them
weeks.
little samplings.
Right? In 6 weeks here, it's going to go down at the festival. That's amazing.
There'll be 100,000 dessert servings, including the dessert trio of cherry pistachio mousse, orange cupcake, hazelnut cheesecake, and more than 500 pounds of watermelons expected to be tasted at the 3D dessert party.
Wow, 100,000 dessert samplings. That's amazing.
500 pounds of watermelon. That's
a lot of watermelon.
That's a serious amount of watermelon. Yep.
Wow, almost 1 million cranberries.
Yep. And the big favorite is the Le Cellier beef fillet, and they will serve 80,000 servings of that one item.
Wow, that's a lot of cheese soup and beer. That's a lot of cheese soup.
It's a serious amount of beef.
Right.
Yeah.
80,000 servings dished up at the most popular savory item at the 2012 International Marketplace, the wild mushroom beef fillet with truffle butter sauce from Canada. Wow, that's incredible. That's
serious amount of
okay,
servings.
so that's 80,000 of the beef fillet,
right.
Not the soup.
Yeah, just the beef fillet.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, well that's some great stats. That's some great stats. 46 days long, 300 national and international wines. That's amazing. 300 wines.
Yeah.
300 wine and beer seminars take place.
Right.
1,200 fireworks exploding each night of the World Showcase Lagoon. That's each and every night here, right? That goes on all year long, right?
It does, yeah.
That's amazing.
And have you guys been out to the cranberry bog?
We've been by it. We haven't really stopped by. You know, we stopped by, we walked by and they were bogging out there the other day. So.
Yeah. So they have 910,000 cranberries, or more than 3,000 pounds of cranberries in that bog.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
it's
amazing.
a fun thing to stop by, see. They'll give you a whole lesson in cranberry.
Nice. All right, well, let's see what we left off here in Florida. We had both the food dishes.
Right.
We had we did not have the Cigar City brewery, which Cigar City Brewing is an award-winning brewery in Tampa, Florida. Did you know that?
I did not know
That's
that.
a Florida local brewery.
Yeah.
Began in October of 2004. In 2006, Orlando Brewing Company was certified as an organic brewery, making them the only USD certified organic brewer south of Vermont or east of Colorado.
Wow.
So that's an organic brewery there. So there is some good beer there, from Cigar City, Orlando Brewing. And then, of course, we mentioned the great wines from Florida Winery over in Tampa, which is just awesome. Really, really good.
I'm sensing a road trip, maybe.
I think we should take Travel with Rick on the road to the Florida Winery, you know, check out some of that grapefruit wine.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really, really good. We could bring some ceviche with us and, of course, have some of this awesome sangria while we're there. It would be really, really incredible.
Yeah.
All right, well, we need to rate some food here, pal. We've got a slider and we've got a ceviche to rate.
Okay, I am going to rate the slider a 4.5.
4.5. Gee, high marks for the slider. I think that's awesome.
That
you like that slider? That's great.
And I'm going to say ceviche's probably about a 4.
About a 4. All right. So I tell you what, I'm going to start the other way around. I'm going to go the ceviche first. I love that. I'm going to give it my highest marks, a 5. I absolutely love that ceviche. It's fresh. I love that cilantro and onion and tomato in there. It just on
ding,
your
ding,
palate.
ding, we have a winner.
Ding, ding, ding. Highest marks for that. We're not breaking any bottles. We're not getting anywhere, but just highest marks for the ceviche. Loved it. I thought that key lime wine paired just really well with it. You know, all the fresh flavors in that ceviche with the tartness of that key lime wine, a little bit of sweet, just brought it all out. It's just awesome. I loved it. The slider, I'm going to give it a 4. I mean, you know, I was really looking forward to this slider when we had it at the preview dinner in July. It was really, really good. I've already told you over and over, I thought that the kimchi dog just slammed everything there, including the salmon and the beef fillet from Canada.
Yeah.
I think the slider is really good. To me, it's a good bit of bread, you know, and so unfortunately, as good as the slider is, it had to it had to kind of pale against that ceviche just because I liked it so much. But I'm not down in the slider. Slider's good. Okay, I heard some people say it was a little dry. I thought it was fine. I thought it was juicy. It was moist. It was good. I loved it. So I'm going to give that a 4. So here at Florida, we're going high marks. 4.5 and 5 from Tony, and a 4 and a 5 from me on both of those dishes. So it's great. And I tell you what, 2 thumbs up for these wines. Both the sangria was just on a day like today, a little hot here in Florida. It's just awesome, and that key lime wine just paired so well with that. So that was just amazing.
It's a shame they don't give those in larger glasses.
Yeah, I guess we should try to find who is selling Florida wine or Florida winery wine. All right, so just another quick recap on our passport. If you guys are following along, I know you've heard about this, but if it's your first 1 or 2 shows here watching us, this is your passport to all things Epcot Food and Wine Festival. You can pick these up in the marketplaces. Has each booth laid out. It goes by number, starting up at number 1, Terra, right at the beginning, at the beginning of World Showplace, and then right on around to the marketplaces, with Scotland and craft beers being your end. Scotland last stop for food before you drop off on the last marketplace, which is craft foods. So all the way around in every marketplace, they have every item listed, both food and beverage. You can check off what you had, make some notes in the side. Of course, like we've always been saying, you got your Eat to the Beat concert series, all the dates for great bands like, Spin Doctors, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, Gin Blossoms. I think I told you was going to be here in one show. They're not here. Nah, we're hoping they'd be here. Nah, they're not anywhere in the book. Sometimes, hey, I just make stuff up, so make sure you check your times guide in your book and don't listen to me, so yeah, I just remember days past sometimes. And yeah, make sure that if you see us around the festival, you come up and say hi. Listen, guys, nothing beats a handshake or a hug. I'd love to meet you, say hi, say thanks for watching our show. And we've got some great giveaways. I've already hooked Tony up with one there. If I see you and you come up and say hi, I'll be more than happy to hook you up with one. I might even give you the one right off of my own shirt here, or dig down in my backpack and give you one. So we'd love to meet you, love to say hi. And of course, man, come out to this festival. Yeah. It's just awesome, right? You
have to come once.
Yeah,
you got
to come more than once. I mean, once is definitely not enough. There's so much good food and wine here. It's just amazing. Tony, thanks a lot for coming out. It was great having you here. Yeah, it was awesome. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. Definitely check out Florida Local. Great booth, great wines, great food. All right, we're going to wrap it up. We got more food and wine to sample, and there's more for you to see. Remember, all the way up to October 31st, we'll be right here. We hope to see you back tomorrow. So long, everybody. Cheers.